Hey everybody, welcome to this week's transformation reading, where we are taking one of these cards from this deck I'm co-creating with the creator, and it's all about transforming an emotion into unconditional love, peace, joy, and laughter. So before I jump in and see which card we're going to select for this week, I always love just to thank the creator for being here. We're so grateful for your presence and your interest in being involved in every second of our lives. And we're also so grateful for the unconditional love that you have for each and every single one of us. And we also welcome our support group from the other side of light and love. We are so grateful for our angels and guardian angels and spirit guides and loved ones on the other side, our ancestors, and that whole just group of magical beings of unconditional love and light. We welcome you and thank you for being here as well. All right, so let's see. Creator, what would you like us to look at transforming this week? What is the focus for this week as far as the transformation goes? Okay, that will be the one. And we got stress. and it can feel, at times we feel like not only do we have the weight of the world on our shoulders, sometimes two, right? I love, this is what the creator gives us, to be able to transform these feelings of stress into that unconditional love, peace, joy and laughter, and that's focus on the important, not what feels like the urgent. So, stress originates, that's one of our fear-based emotions. We're afraid of what if something doesn't happen in the right timing or the right way. And all that, of course, is based on all our conditioning from when we're very young, on all our supposed to be's and shoulds and need to's and have to's. And we have so much in our life that list becomes so long and has so many time constraints on, sometimes it's, I need to have this stuff done by the time I'm 30 or 40, or everything has to be done perfectly today. It of course has a wide variety of demands there, but all that long list of things that has to be done, it becomes urgent, and that's where all that urgency comes from, instead of focus on the important. And at first, everything, on that list we've been told is important, because we have this belief that if those things don't happen, then we're not lovable or acceptable, right? So when we are faced with this stress of having all that done, that does become overwhelming. We get to take a look in at ourselves, and at some point in our life, all those external things that are causing all the stress, all this worldly stuff, whether it be I'm supposed to be with someone, this is the type of relationship I'm supposed to have with them, these are the kind of friends, this is my relationship with my family. It's like when it has to do with your relationship with people, or you're supposed to have this type of job, or this type of home, or this type of car, these type of possessions, these type of clothes. I'm supposed to look a certain way, and then there's all the things of the world. When we have all of our urgent things, that long list, depending on that for our definition, then all those things end up disappointing us, because people change or they pass away. Situations never stay the same, because everything here is temporary, and all those physical things either break down, deteriorate, or are stolen, right? So all those things eventually are going to start to they start to disappoint us, and they start like piling up all this huge amount of this. It's like this is the disappointment, right? It feels heavy on us. And when we take away the importance of those things, not using those things to define our self-worth. And we look within us, and we keep looking within us and asking ourselves, what is truly important in this moment? We'll get answers from our fear ego of, well, what's important is that this person loves you, or that you have that, home that you've been wanting to get for so long, or that car, or a new car, or a running car. Sometimes our bars can be low, right? But I need a new car. I don't care if it's old as long as it's running, So all that stuff, when our fear ego is going to answer all that. What's important? This. But we can take some deep breaths, come out of that urgency, and reflect on inwardly what is truly most important. For me, that led me to discover the unconditional love of the Creator that lives inside me. And, all these external things were disappointing and unstable, temporary, always moving and changing. But when I found that unconditional love from the Creator, because it's unconditional, there's no conditions that change it. So it's always there, always 100%. I never lose any of it. I can't gain any more of it because I have it all. And so when I started to define my worth by that, then that became the most important thing, because it was stable, and it was unchanging, unstable, constantly changing. And I was like, well, where do I want to invest my energy and my worth? I'm like, well, it seems, my ego got involved too, and goes, well, it makes sense to me that that's unstable and ever changing. Why would you want to, like the Christian Bible says, why do you want to build your home on shifting sands, right? It's like, find that thing inside that is stable and unchanging, and define yourself by that. Then you don't have stress, because the most important thing is inside you. Now, I'll admit, I still stress at times because we do have a human side of us that, you can get into the eye of the storm, where you see sunshine coming down and there's peace and stillness while you watch the storm rage around you. But every once in a while, there's this little shiny thing on the edge going, hey, come look at me. And I'm like, oh, what is that? And you reach out and you get sucked out into the chaos, get sucked out into the human side of our being, but there's always an ability to come back to center, come back to the higher self of us, our spiritual side, our soul that connects, to the higher realms. So transformation, if you're feeling this way, focus on the important. Take some time, take some deep breaths. And 33 is a master number. And for me, that number means, like number 11 is when we kind of master our conditional kind of experience, our ego, so our humanness. We get down to doing that. And the master number 22 is kind of this phase of our life when we realize there's more than just this character we're playing. There's an actor behind the character, and then you start discovering your spiritual world. And then 33 is when you master balancing both of those at the same time, kind of like this almost, where you're balancing it's not and you fall down, because if one's heavier than the other, the arm that's holding it up is going to get bigger than the other. You're going to look like a fiddler crab. But the other thing is that it'll tip, and you'll go, whoa, 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 whoa. So balancing both your spiritual and your physical world, that ebb and flow, is what we came here to do. Our human side of us is amazing, and it's part of us. It's part of our experience. It's why we came to play. I was just reading something earlier about acting that where our higher self is like this actor, and we come down here and play these characters on stage for the sake of everyone learning together and the drama with it all. But if you knew as your spiritual side, and you went on stage to go, hi everybody, I'm an actor, I know this isn't real, this is just a play, so I'm just going to read through these lines with no feeling or no emotion. You probably have people throwing things at you, right? So, but that's not the purpose. The purpose is here to be these actors and to present these characters with all the juiciness and all the adventure that we came here to do. So enjoy this transformative week, and I will talk to you soon. Just know every second of this week, you are indeed unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things, and I love you too. You take care.